From the KBIA Newsroom in Columbia, I'm Amina Jenkins. 6th District Congressman Sam Graves says Republicans held out against extending healthcare subsidies during the 43-day government shutdown for a good reason. Brandon Azim explains.
Congressman Sam Graves says there was never a permanent plan on how the government would pay for healthcare subsidies. Speaking on KCUR's Up to Date, Graves said subsidies were supposed to help people during the COVID pandemic and not be permanent. He says temporary solutions are the reason the United States is currently in debt.
We have a spending problem. There needs to be reductions everywhere. And we can't just keep giving things away because it's just driving us further and further and further into debt.
Graves says there are several options on the table. He says it will take common sense and compromise to find a solution. I'm Brandon Azim.
Book nominations are open for the Daniel Boone Regional Library's 2026 One Read event. The Columbia Missourian reports the event tasks community members to read and discuss the selected book over the course of a year. In 2025, after receiving nearly 200 initial suggestions, the community elected Northwoods by Daniel Mason as their read. To nominate a book, people must fill out a form detailing the title, author, and why it would be a good choice for a community-wide read. The public can submit their recommendations online or in person until November 30th. A hearing over the validity of thousands of signatures supporting a referendum on Missouri's new congressional maps has been delayed again. A group trying to overturn Missouri's Republican gerrymander is suing the state for rejecting its initial petition. If they lose, the state may not count thousands of signatures that were collected before the petition was finally approved. The hearing was supposed to take place last week, but the judge delayed it due to illness. And Thursday, a Republican-backed group delayed the hearing again by asking to join the case as a third party and by asking for a new judge. Charles Hatfield is the attorney for People Not Politicians, the group trying to overturn the maps. He called the motion an attempt to delay the hearing and cause confusion.
The shenanigans that are happening here are unprecedented, they're ridiculous, and they're undemocratic.
The hearing is now set for next Friday. The Columbia Office of Violence Prevention has requested funding from the U.S. Department of Justice to expand its community impact. KOMU 8 reports the office requested $1.8 million from the federal government to use over a 4-year span. The funding would add staff in the form of 2 outreach supervisors and a community violence intervention manager. It would also include collaborative efforts with the Columbia Police Department. Those additions would also include an office built for them to work out of. These roles would allow rapid response teams to work in high-crime areas and connect resources more effectively. The office currently gets its funding from the city's general fund, which also includes the police department and fire department. I'm Amina Jenkins, KBIA News, Columbia.